We've been driving this Clio for the last 2 days now. Yesterday we had it at Sepang International Circuit, and today up and down the twisty, windy roads leading up to Awana Genting through Ulu Yam. And well, to sum it up, we first have to look at the two natural competitors that this car has. It's the Volkswagen Golf GTI and the Honda Civic Type R. To actually just cap it up with the one simple sentence, it sits right in the middle. The Civic Type R being the most hardcore and more boy racerish, and the Golf GTI being the most sophisticated and upmarket. About the looks, well, see for yourself. It's got one of the best mix of aggression and refined taste. Just look at those fenders, for example. The front, it's got this vents at the back, which you can't quite notice if you're looking at it from the front. And the fender at the back, it's really wide, but it doesn't look like it's stacked on. It looks one of a piece. And the little spoiler at the back, it doesn't look like an aftermarket add-on. It's just nice. One piece of body kit that explains the whole theme of the car is the side skirts. It's just flush from the front way to the back, and just at the back it's got this winglet that comes outwards, and it's just brilliant. All three cars are actually really wonderful to drive, and they have one thing in common: they really reward the enthusiastic driver. However, all have their different characters and slightly different thrills to be had. We haven't actually taken track times, although I've driven all three cars on the track. We never took track times because we couldn't have them all at the track at the same time. So with different conditions, track temperatures and all that, it wouldn't be fair to just take a lap time and at different occasions and then put them together as a comparison. However, I can safely say that in terms of outright pace, it would be in this pecking order: Honda Civic Type R, followed by the Clio, and then the Golf GTI. One big surprise though is that although the Honda Civic is the most hardcore, it doesn't necessarily offer the best enjoyment or fulfillment as a driver. For example, it's quite blunted, and that's where all its performance lies. It doesn't have the adjustability that the Clio and the Volkswagen has, the GTI. It's more of a point and shoot kind of car. You rely heavily on its superb engine, drivetrain, the power delivery, and you rely on its absolute grip and sure-footedness. However, if it comes to really enjoying a drive, having the car breathe and live under your very fingertips, this Clio gives you the most sense of enjoyment. It's I've got some minor niggling issues, like the seating position's just not quite right. The steering is a bit too far and raked a bit backwards, and well, a few other things like the brakes need quite a little bit of getting used to because it's fairly light. Although I have to say, along with the Civic Type R, its brakes is unburstable on the track. There was just no sign of fade. And the suspension, that deserves a special mention. It's one of the best suspension setups I've driven on a road car ever. It's got the best compromise between very tight damping and body control, and absorption to soak in all the biggest bumps and jolts on the road. And on the track, it corners completely flat, pretty much as flat as the Civic Type R. Though I have to say, on first impressions, though as exciting as this car's design is, it doesn't quite look like a 210,000 ringgit car. The Golf GTI does, and well, the Honda Civic Type R, it doesn't actually, but because the reputation that precedes it, people can well accept that it's a 200,000 ringgit car. But if you ask me, my pick of the bunch would be this Clio Sport. It's got everything I've ever wanted in a daily driven performance car, and I simply love it. Well, Renault, I'm definitely keeping this car for a few more days. Let's see what this baby can do on the track. Now, last time I was racing something of significance here was a Lotus 211. It was in the Monaco race, and the car caught fire. So I hope nothing of that sort comes up this time around.